Hi everyone. This video basically shows you how you can upload your documents onto Clippingsme, which is the website that we're going to go ahead and use to create our digital writing portfolio for your final. So let's go ahead and get started and sign in. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you create a Clippingsme account. I do recommend maybe using a non-OSU email address in the event that when you graduate and you no longer have access to your OSU email. It just helps in terms of being able to have access to your Clippingsme portfolio. But of course, you can still use your OSU email address if that's what you prefer. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So as you guys can see, this is just a sample portfolio that I created just for the purposes of this video. You won't actually land on this page when you create your profile. You'll have to, of course, put your first and last name, as you see here. And then under that, you might want to put your title. That can be whatever you want it to be. If you're really struggling with this part, you can just put strategic communication student. If you want to put a more like work title like journalist or aspiring publicist, things of that sort, you can put that there as well. If you have an additional website like a blog that you want to showcase here, you can go ahead and put that in the link icon that you see right before the title section. And then also, I do recommend that you guys upload an image of yourself, as you can see on the left-hand side of your name. I prefer a professional headshot, but I do acknowledge that many of you guys might not have a professional headshot yet. You won't get penalized for that. Just make sure you upload a photo that's appropriate for this type of assignment. And then I also recommend uploading a background photo, as you can see here up at the top. You can use one of the stock images that's already provided through the Clippings website, or you can use an image of your own. The thing about that, however, is I've heard from students in the past that when they go to upload their own image, it comes out a little blurry. So if that is the case, then I would just recommend using one of the stock images. But again, you guys have a lot of leeway here. So let's go ahead and let's see here. Click on where it says add item in order to kind of figure out how we should upload our documents onto the website. I do recommend that you save all of your documents that you will be uploading here as a PDF. It's just easier to upload it that way as opposed to a Word document. Some of the format and fonts might be a little out of whack if you don't save it as a PDF. So yes, click where it says upload PDF. And then here you should see the back end of the upload file, and it's going to ask you to fill out a variety of different parts of this. So for example, where it says article title, you might want to put the headline of your press release, for example, or the headline of your feature article. For your evaluation or reflection essay, again, you could just put the title of that. So for your reflection essay, you could put something like, progress as a writer, and then the publication is where you're going to put the publication type. So let me go ahead and fill that in so that that's clear. So article title, and again, I already have this on my sample here, but I'm going to go ahead and fill it out so that you guys can better understand what I'm talking about. And then publication, again, that means the publication type. So I'm just going to put press release. Now, date published, I do recommend that you just put the date of the assignment or when the assignment is due, and that is April 24th. For some reason, I'm not able to see April 24th. I'm not sure what's going on here, so I'm just going to put another date, but remember, put April 24th. And then caption. So for this part, like I was explaining in my last video when I initially introduced this assignment, I do recommend for your press release, your revised press release, I should say, your SWOT analysis and audience analysis, that you basically put that you wrote that assignment or those assignments for a college course and that you do not work for the organization or represent their views. So once more, so that this is a little clearer. Again, the reason why I have you guys do this is because this will be shared publicly. So I'm not the only one who's going to be looking at this, of course. You will probably show this to some prospective employers. And so it's really important that you're transparent that, you know, for some of the documents in which you are hypothetically writing on behalf of the company that you don't actually work for them, but it still showcases your writing skills, of course. Now, clipping thumbnail, that just basically means that you can upload an image in tandem with the document or an image that's relevant to that document. I do recommend that you do that in order to make your writing portfolio look a little more aesthetically pleasing. So that can be, for example, this sample that you see here. You can upload an OSU image because, or an OSU logo, excuse me, because it's talking about Ohio State, or an image of the oval. Again, something that's relevant to the topic at hand. You don't want to upload, you know, random images, of course. And again, I do recommend that you do this because if you don't, your writing portfolio is going to look a little bare. And then finally, we have the part about uploading your actual document. So click up at the top where it says drag or drop your files or browse. And so what I'm going to do here is just simply upload a sample. And then once it's all uploaded, click where it says upload clipping. And there you have it. Again, you guys can see I have multiple examples here. I'm just basically showing you guys how it looks on the end. So once more, make sure you upload a thumbnail, excuse me, or an image that's in conjunction with your document, because as you guys can see here, this looks really, really bare. Now, I also want to show you all how to actually submit your writing portfolio, the documents that you will essentially submit for this writing portfolio onto Canvas. All right, so in my assignment description, I talked about how, you know, the way that you submit this assignment, you need to make sure that you pay close attention to this, because what's happening here, guys, is that I would like to provide feedback to those who want it. As a reminder, make sure that if you do want feedback from me, that you indicate that in the comment section once you go to upload your writing portfolio onto Canvas. The reason why I'm having you guys upload your samples, not including your revised press release and your feature article, onto Canvas is because, again, I want to be able to provide that feedback. I can't do that if you just, you know, submit the link. I can't literally go into your website and track changes and give you feedback from there. So once more, what you're going to upload onto Canvas is just the new documents. And what I mean by that, all the documents except for your revised press release and your revised, feature article. Now, the example submission that I'm showing you guys here on the screen, this is an example of the documents that students from last semester had to submit. So keep that in mind as I'm going through this in terms of showing you guys what you have to submit. You're going to see another press release and a media alert. As a reminder, I've changed this assignment a lot given what we're going through. But again, I think it's helpful to show you guys what I mean by upload all of your new documents into one PDF file. So the first thing that you're going to include in this file is your reflection essay or your reflective essay. As you guys can see here, this is a press release, but again, this is what the students last semester had to do. So pretend that this is a reflective essay. So that's the first document. Then you're going to submit, again, in that same document or include in that same document, your evaluation over Ohio State's communication response to COVID-19. Once more, what you see here is a media alert, so just pretend that this is an evaluation over the COVID-19 response. That's the second document in this submission. Then you're going to include your SWOT analysis over the business that I've assigned you to. I'm going to go ahead after I show you guys the submission, show you all where you can find the businesses and target audiences you've been assigned to in order to complete the SWOT and audience analysis component of your writing portfolio. And then she has her audience analysis. Now, I do want to bring this to your attention. You guys can see here that she actually single spaced the audience analysis. I would prefer if you double space this particular audience analysis. It just helps me a lot with grading. And then also make sure that you guys have references for your audience analysis, because that shows that you're not making, stereotypical assumptions or misjudgments about your target audience. Make sure everything that you're writing about in reference to their demographic and psychographic information can be vetted or at least supported, by outside sources. All right, so once more, this is all in one PDF file. So you're going to submit your reflective essay, your evaluation, SWOT analysis, and audience analysis in one PDF file. And again, you can easily do that by copying and pasting all the documents into a Word doc, for instance, and then saving that as a PDF. Now, one last thing, but it's probably the most important thing. Make sure at the end or even at the very beginning of this PDF file, you include the link to your writing portfolio, as you all can see here. That is so imperative, because I'm not going to be able to grade your portfolio if you don't have the actual link to the portfolio included in your PDF submission. So once more, make sure you include that link so I can look at how visually your digital writing portfolio looks. All right, and then the last thing I want to go ahead and show you guys is essentially how do you find the business or the target audience you've been assigned to write about for your SWOT and audience analysis component of the writing portfolio. So if you go onto the courses Canvas website, click where it says people, and again, I'm actually viewing this from you all's view, the student view. Click where it says people, and then it should say groups. And then from there, you will find which business and target audience you've been assigned to write about for your SWOT and audience analysis. So if you click on where it says assignment for final digital writing portfolio, you'll need to find your name. Once more, you've only been assigned to one business and one target audience. As you can see here, you don't have to write a SWOT analysis over all 5 businesses and target audiences that you see here. And also the target audience that is listed is in tandem or is relevant to the business listed as well. So hopefully that clarifies things in terms of where you can find those assignments. And then just overall, hopefully this video was helpful in clarifying how to upload your documents onto Clippingsme. I really look forward to reading your writing portfolio and looking at it. I think this is a really great assignment, a really cool assignment. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and take care.